Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. We are going back to Tesco's range of new beers again tonight, and I've not got many left to try out of the ones I've bought. This one is from Thornbridge and Magic Rock. It is Yelamu. Not quite sure why I did it in the Uvavu style, but I did. Anyway, Yelamu is a double IPA and it weighs in at 7.4%, and it says Yelamu is a collaboration with our good friends at Magic Rock and is a powerfully hopped double IPA. Expect a ferociously full flavoured beer with a juicy character and a well balanced body. I like the sound of that. It says the hops are Simcoe, Amarillo and Mosaic. The appearance is golden, the taste is juicy tropical fruits, the smell or aroma is citrus and mango, and it goes great with a Reuben sandwich. Well, I don't have a Reuben sandwich to verify that particular bit of information, but we will take them on their word in this instance. So the can artwork is typical Thornbridge really, that kind of line drawing. It stands out. I know it's Thornbridge just by looking at it, even without seeing the logo. So again, this is a beer where I've avoided all reviews so I can understand my own opinion first, and then I'll go and seek out what other people think. So, I like double IPAs, I like them hoppy, I like them juicy, and the fact that it says it's ferociously full flavoured, it bodes well. I know Thornbridge make great beer, as do Magic Rock. Everyone knows who watches my channel that I love Magic Rock. I have a bit of a thing for them. You could say I'm a bit of a Magic Rock fanboy. But yeah, let's crack her open and see what we get. There we are. Let's grab the glass. We're going to pour into the old cloud water glass. And it is a golden pour. There we are. We have a little bit left. It's got a bit of fridge haze. Nothing, it's not haze for days, it's not, I can see through it, you know, well, I can mostly see through it, it's pretty clear. It's quite carbonated, there is some pretty hefty action going on from the bottom. The head is, well, it's huge, it's 3 fingers and it's growing. It's a bit Marshmallow Man-esque on the top. I mean, you can see it's pretty tight, slightly off-white, and it's still going. Yeah, it looks nice. I'm going to get rid of some of that head before it goes down the side of the can, or down the side of the glass even, not the can, and then we'll go in for a sniff. It does smell hoppy. It hits me straight in the face. Hops, a little bit of piney resin, a little bit of tropical fruit. Not a huge amount of tropical fruit, mostly pine and, yeah, hoppy. It bodes very well indeed. I'd say the carbonation is pretty wild. I like where it's going. It's interesting. It's clean glass, but it's a very active beer. In fact, that head, even though I've reduced it, it's growing again. That's quite interesting. Anyway, let's go for a taste. Ooh, I like that. It is hoppy. It is resinous. It's sweet on the finish. Not bad, not bad. So I'm just mesmerised by the bubbles. That's why I'm not looking at the camera. So yeah, the initial flavour is hoppy. It's a big hit you in the face pile of hops with a resinous pine kind of notes. It's not overly tropical. There is something on the nose, but not in the flavour. The finish is slightly sweet, a little bit. There's something coming through. a slightly malty character. It's pretty well balanced really at the end, on the finish. Slightly green hop flavours, if that makes sense to you. Now, I can taste some of the booze, not a huge amount of it. I mean, it is 7.4. It's debatable whether or not that's truly a double IPA or Imperial IPA. There's many different factions that believe differently. Some people say yes it is, some people say no it's not really quite high enough to be a dipper. But do we really care what its name is if it tastes good? Not really. It tastes alright, I like it, you know. It's got things that I like. Would I like things differently? I'm going to say something a little bit out of the ordinary with this one. Now, I like it, as I've said, but I have a feeling that this one would taste a bit nicer if it was a bit warmer. Because I get the feeling the cold, I mean, it has been fridged, and it's only just come out of the fridge in the last few minutes before the video. I get the feeling the cold temperatures are muting the flavours. It's like they're there but they want to come out. It's nice, don't get me wrong. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do something a little bit different on this video. I'm going to pause, give it 20 minutes or so, come back and do a bit more of a review. So I will see you again in about 20 minutes time. Catch you then. Welcome back. Okay, just in case in that split second of transition you've forgotten what beer we're doing, it's this one. Yelamu from Thornbridge and Magic Rock. Now, I left it, it's probably about half an hour now actually, to warm up a little bit because I felt the flavours were being muted by the real cold fridge temps that the beer was poured at. And this is how it is. I mean, we've got just some lacing left around the glass, we've got a little bit of head left, but crucially it's a little bit warmer. I have resisted taking a sip through various songs that I've been listening to in the meantime while waiting, and browsing Facebook as you do. So yeah, it's now half an hour later after the original pour. We've been through some Ronnie Size, we've been through some Pendulum, we've been through some Utah Saints, bit of old school and new school dance. Let's try the beer. Aromas are much the same, still hoppy, slightly less resinous to the nose, but as for the flavour, I promise you there's no bones. Oh, that went down the wrong way. Let's try that again. Yeah. The flavours have loosened a little, shall we say. The resin is quite clearly hop based and it's sticky and it works really well. It allows that finish to actually do its thing as well. And like I say, that sticky sweet finish on the end, it's quite similar to something that I had last week, and I can't remember which beer it was, but the way that sticky finish stays around afterwards, it's pleasant. The fruit flavours are kind of indistinct. The hops have mellowed as well, a little bit bizarrely, as it's warmed up. It's much better balanced now it's a bit warmer. It is probably what I would call cellar cool at this point, and it's infinitely better for it. Infinitely better for it. So anyone who's tried Yelamu fresh out the fridge, you need to allow it to do its thing, to warm up a bit. And I think that will reflect in the score that I give, because prior to letting it warm, I wasn't feeling particularly good about this beer, which is strange because I like everything that Thornbridge do and Magic Rock do. So it pays to let things warm up. Try them a bit warmer. Try them cooler if you find they're a bit something else. So yeah, let's give this beer, Yelamu, a score. I cannot get shooting stars out of my head. So, would I go and buy it again? Well, at £3 from Tesco, shockingly, yeah, I would. I would go buy it again. Would I rush out and buy it again though? Given that there are other beers in the new range that I prefer, not quite so much. I would almost rush out and buy it again. Almost. The one thing I would like more from this beer is more bitterness. But that's just personal preference, you know. If you like them slightly sweeter, you're going to enjoy this. I mean, excuse me, I'm enjoying it now. Don't get me wrong. But I like them more bitter and a bit more hoppy. I mean, it's hoppy, don't get me wrong. And it's got a little bit of sticky resin on the finish, which I like resin in IPAs. But it's not ticking every box. If this was like a skills matrix and you had 4 squares for each section that you were scoring on the hops, it's probably got 2 and a bit squares full of the 4. On the resin, yeah, it's got a good 3 squares full. On the bitterness, it's probably what, 1.5, maybe 2, maybe 2 at most. So I mean, it's very good, but it's not great. So I would give, I mean, it's not a bad score that I'm going to give it, don't get me wrong. It's just not as good as some of the other beers in the new range. So I'm going to give Yelamu from Thornbridge and Magic Rock 3.75 out of 5 on the Untapped score. It's not bad, but it could be better. I mean, for £3, I'm not going to knock it, and yes, it represents good value for money. But I think the Thornbridge Halcyon is better, and the Magic Rock Luminance is better than their collaboration. So in this case, it's not worth more as a sum of its parts. Anyway, thank you boys and girls for watching. This has been Yelamu. I've been Nick, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye.